Galactic Defense Academy's training facility buzzed with nervous energy as recruits from 17 species prepared for their first day of combat simulation. Among them, Zextai of the Velarin Empire stood nearly 3 meters tall, his chitinous exoskeleton gleaming under the artificial lights. His forearms flexed confidently as he surveyed the other recruits, barely concealing his disdain. "Pathetic," he muttered in his clicking native tongue, watching a group of smaller beings struggle with their equipment. His compound eyes fixed on 2 figures near the weapons rack, a human male and female, both impossibly small by his standards. The male looked unremarkable, brown hair and average build, while the female was even smaller, her blonde hair tied back in a practical ponytail. Zextai's mandibles clicked with amusement. "Humans? Deathworlders from that heavy-gravity planet Earth," he mused. "Laughable. These tiny, soft-skinned creatures couldn't possibly live up to the legends. Their planet might have harsh conditions, but they looked fragile enough to crumble under a casual squeeze." Commander Yilvaz, a scarred Carathian warrior, called the group to attention. "Today you will learn close-quarters combat techniques. Partner assignments are on your data pads. Remember, this is training, not warfare. Controlled aggression only." Zextai checked his assignment and nearly laughed aloud. He was paired with Marcus Chun, the human male. This would be over quickly, and perhaps he could demonstrate proper combat technique to these inferior species. As the pair spread across the training mat, Zextai's attention drifted to Sarah, the human female, sparring with a Catharion recruit whose crystalline body made him naturally brittle. She moved with fluid precision, dodging clumsy strikes while delivering controlled counterattacks, clear messages without causing real damage. "Interesting," Marcus said beside him. "Sarah's going easy on him. Back on Earth, she was a mixed martial arts champion and gymnast. Could probably take down half this class without breaking a sweat." Zextai's 4 eyes rolled in unison. "Human bravado, as legendary as their supposed toughness. Your species exaggerates. That small female could not harm a juvenile Velarin, much less a trained warrior." Marcus's expression remained level. "I'd be careful making assumptions about humans, especially Sarah. We might surprise you." "Surprise me?" Zextai's mandibles spread in a semblance of a grin. "The day a human female poses a threat to me is the day I surrender my warrior's crest." The sparring session began. Zextai quickly demonstrated why the Velarin were feared across 3 star systems. His 4 arms moved independently, a whirlwind of strikes that forced Marcus into pure defense. The human was faster than expected, Zextai admitted grudgingly, but speed meant nothing against superior reach and strength. After several minutes of one-sided combat, Commander Yilvaz called for rotation. Partners would switch to experience different fighting styles and capabilities. Zextai now faced a nervous Aquilian recruit, while Marcus sparred with a Corin. Yet Zextai couldn't tear his gaze from Sarah, who finished her bout with elegant efficiency, helping her defeated partner to his feet with genuine concern. The display of empathy disgusted him. When the Aquilian landed a lucky strike on Zextai's lower left arm, his temper flared. With one swift motion, he grabbed the alien by the throat with his upper right arm, lifting him off the ground. "Zextai, stand down!" Commander Yilvaz barked. The Velarin released the recruit. "Apologies, Commander. The creature caught me off guard with an illegal move." The Aquilian wheezed on the mat, struggling to breathe. Without hesitation, Sarah rushed over, kneeling beside him. Her hands moved with practiced precision, checking breathing and pulse. "He needs medical attention," she said, looking up at the commander. "Possible windpipe damage." Zextai snorted. "The weakling will survive. Perhaps next time he will fight with honor instead of cheap tricks." Sarah's head snapped toward him, green eyes blazing. "He's unconscious, you oversized insect. What part of training exercise didn't you understand?" The insult struck Zextai like a physical blow. No lesser species had ever dared such disrespect. The training facility fell silent as every recruit and instructor turned to watch. "You will apologize for that comment, human female, or learn why your species' reputation is built on lies," Zextai growled. Sarah rose slowly, posture shifting into something that made Marcus step forward, though she waved him back without breaking eye contact. "I don't apologize to bullies who hurt people smaller than themselves," she said quietly. "Especially not cowards who hide behind size advantages." Zextai's vision tinted red with rage. His upper right arm shot out like a striking serpent, aiming for her throat to demonstrate the difference between their species' capabilities. His claws never reached their target. Sarah moved with inhuman speed, her right hand snapping up to catch his descending wrist. For a split second, Zextai felt confusion rather than concern. Surely, this tiny creature couldn't actually stop his strike. Then physics and biology collided. Sarah's grip was like a fusion vice powered by a collapsed star. The exoskeleton around his wrist began to crack under the pressure, impossible for something her size to generate. Worse, she pivoted on her left foot, using Zextai's momentum and leverage to spin him in a direction his shoulder joint was never designed to accommodate. The Velarin warrior, who had dominated battlefields across the galaxy, found himself airborne and helpless. 3 meters of armored alien hurtled through the air, thrown by a human female who barely reached his chest. He hit the mat with a sound like a shuttle crash landing. Pain exploded through his shoulder as ligaments snapped and the joint dislocated with an audible pop. His arm hung uselessly at an unnatural angle. Sarah crouched beside him, expression shifting from cold fury to professional concern. Don't move. Complete shoulder dislocation and probable ligament damage. Medical bay can fix it, but you'll need months of rehabilitation. She looked up at Commander Ylva's. Permission to escort the injured recruit, sir. The Corran commander, who had seen combat across half the galaxy, nodded with a trace of respect. Granted, Recruit Chen. Well-executed throw, by the way. Textbook application of leverage and momentum. As medical personnel arrived with a hover stretcher, Marcus knelt beside his friend. You okay, Sarah? She flexed her right hand, examining her knuckles. I'm fine. He's lucky I didn't use full Earth standard grip strength. Would have crushed his wrist completely. Zextai, strapped to the stretcher and sedated, could only listen as the two humans walked away, discussing dinner plans as if they hadn't just redefined his understanding of the universe. Commander Ylva's addressed the remaining recruits. Let this be a lesson. Never underestimate a species based on appearance. Humans earned their Deathworlder reputation through 10,000 years of surviving on a planet that actively tried to kill them daily. Respect that experience or learn the hard way. As the medical team wheeled Zextai out, he caught one final glimpse of Sarah helping the Aquilian he had injured. Her gentle hands checked the alien's breathing with the same precision she had used to destroy his shoulder. 6 months later, after rehabilitation and a complete reassessment of his worldview, Zextai requested transfer to the Human Combat Training Program. His shoulder would never fully recover, but his respect for the species from the death world called Earth remained absolute. The scar tissue served as a permanent reminder that in the vast galaxy, size meant nothing compared to the forge that had shaped a species' evolution, and Sarah Chen had been forged in the most unforgiving of all. Please follow my channel for more videos. One click from you can change my life.